Yeah, he was just telling us pick up the pace, go out there, and just keep working hard, offensively and defensively.
Brock, you look at this team, you lost a lot from last year, but a bunch of new guys, game one, trying to get to gelling together. How do you think you guys felt after this one?
Yeah, so last year, it was a little disappointing. We had a lot of talent, a lot of people that could really score the ball. This year's a little different, because, like you said, we're gelling well. And we all get along really well. We all hang out off the court, we get along on the court, too. We play well together, we pass. Everybody's kind of getting their share. And we have a deep roster, so I think this year could be really successful just based off of the way our team plays together. And I really enjoy playing with the guys, so it's great.
John, talk about the transition coming from junior college to here now. And Brock, talk about how the newcomers have influenced the team this year, team.
Oh, the transition been pretty big. Like, as soon as, first time I came here on campus, we got weight room, practice. It's just, a whole big gap, different. And then JUCO and then D1. And then the guys is a lot bigger and a lot stronger than JUCO.
Yeah, and like you said, we got a lot of new guys, 8 returners, 7 that came in. But, Coach went out, he got a lot of really good transfers today, top JUCO players, St. Thomas, great. Kai and Marcel, both really good guys. So, we brought in, first of all, good guys, that will help the team, good attitudes, and guys that will, produce on the court, too. So it's a really good group.
And look at your role from last year to this year, Brock Moore. You jump in there. You really started to progress towards the end of that freshman year. But now do you see yourself as a leader of this team, just as a sophomore?
I wouldn't say just me as a leader of the team. I think that it's player led. All of us are leaders. I do like to make sure that I'm helping the guys and giving words that help. But at the same time, it's everybody. Everybody's a leader. Everybody's pitching in, and my role is to help the team win, and that's all that I'm focused on. Whatever I can do is that's what I'm doing.
Talk about this year's schedule compared to last year's schedule, Brock, a little bit.
Yeah.
How has last year's schedule
Yes,
prepared you guys?
definitely.
Especially in terms of guys.
Yeah, we played Houston and Baylor last year. Interesting games, really good teams. And this year, we're starting off kind of getting our confidence up in a way. Last year we played those tough guys, and maybe we're thinking coming to these next games, and we already played good teams. But really, I think that I like our schedule this year because we can kind of build off it. These 2 games, just kind of focus on strengthening, our rotation, strengthening what our ideals are. And I think by the time it gets around to CSU and really getting into those heavy schedule games, I think we'll be able to perform well.
Did you want to talk about, you got a quick turnaround, but that's what conference is going to be like. How is that going to help you doing a quick turnaround this early in the season?
Just by going out there each and every day, working hard and practice, and then doing extra stuff after practice, like watching more film, getting extra shots up, taking care of my body. So that's to play a big part.
Did Coach Smiley mention anything about the 1 assist at halftime to you guys?
Yeah, he did. He was honest about that. So, we picked it up, shared the ball a little bit more.
Yeah.
He's like he said, stop trying to do him,
Yeah.
and get the rock swinging.
So we try to go out there and be like the Spurs for the second half.
Talk about you guys' biggest strength as a unit this season. What do you think your biggest strengths are?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I think the biggest strength is our chemistry. We got a group of guys that really get along well, and if we can hold that together, I feel like that's something that could keep us going, from game to game. And like you said, quick turnarounds. If we stay together, then we'll be just great the next game.
And I feel like we're not a selfish team either.
Think about it, team takes 32 threes. Those are long rebounds, and I thought we were almost overrunning rebounds. They're going right over our head, just stuff like that. So I think that's a big thing, and I do think that the balance, especially in the second half, was really good. We were all a little disappointed at halftime. We had 1 assist on 10 made shots. And in the second half, if you look at the stats, we had 9 assists on 17 made shots. That's a totally different team. So the way that we're going to be good is if we share the ball. It's a different deal than last year where you had a couple guys that were just so talented, you're just trying to hunt mismatches. Where this year, we still have a lot of talent, but the way our team connects and the way our team can share the ball at all 5 spots, I think that's where we have to go and get to. So in the second half, it looked a lot more like that. So it was definitely a good night, and move on to another big game on Wednesday.
Coach, you talked about the 1 assist and then 9 in the second half.
Yeah.
You saw it in transition, 23 fast break points you end up with.
Yep.
But even guys like Junior Ramirez on that backdoor pass, I think he ended up finding Zach on that backdoor pass.
Yep.
You've got enough guys with high IQs to make plays like that. Does that give you confidence that you can go 10, 11, 12 deep with this team?
Yeah, we played 11 dudes really the entire game. Jalen got in the last 4 minutes, and it's always great to get him in. He's he puts so much time into it, and I think he's a legitimate guy that can play. But playing 11 guys is really hard. I don't know if realistically we can do that night to night, but I do think that we'll play 9 or 10 guys. We're not playing 6 guys. I mean, we're going to play like 9 or 10 guys. And I just think the way that we're built, and obviously we're pressing more, and we're always going to play fast on offense, but we're pressing more. We're scrambling around on defense a little bit more. That we are exerting more energy, and I think the results are showing in all of our games and scrimmages. We've had really good stretches where our depth has just started to wear teams out. So feel good about it. Can we play 11 guys? That might be pushing, it might not, but I do think we can get 9 or 10 in there for sure.
Talk a little bit about the weight room for your guys. Brock obviously came in pretty solid,
Sure.
Physical specimen, same with Langston Reynolds. But I think with this team, what they've done in the weight room in the offseason, I think you can tell there's a little bit more focus in the weight room.
No, that's good. Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. Obviously our strength coach, Coach Payne, does a great job. And our guys really buy into it. I mean, we're still putting a lot of time into the weight room now. And yeah, like those 2 guys you mentioned, Brock and Langston, those are physical dudes. And having some physicality in our league is a big thing. Our league is a pretty big physical league, at least it was last year. So I think our guys, that was a big emphasis. You kind of go all the way down a roster. We don't have a lot of skinny guys. We got some strength. Whether it's Riley Abercrombie's done a great job. He's put about 10 or 50 pounds of muscle on since last year, and that's a big deal. You got Zach, you got Marcel, Mackay, Theo Hughes is just a man-child, right? So, Connor Creech. And so I think that it's kind of it's something that people don't bring up a lot, but and I'm glad you brought that up, Jason. But our size is pretty good. We don't have a ton of 7-footers, but we got some physical dudes. Good point.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a good one.
There's no question about it. You can see, even the development, and you mentioned Connor Creech from his time as a walk-on to now, you can tell the growth from the weight room. But how are some of the newer guys adapting to, we talked about it with DeJour, just kind of the schedule of going from JC to here and the weight room being a little bit more of an emphasis? Yeah,
I think our junior college guys, DeJour and Mackay, are doing a great job. I think that, our 2 freshmen as of right now are going to probably redshirt, Roddick and Egan. So outside of that, they're all college guys. And so it's not like you have 5 freshmen that are playing and they have no idea what's going on. There is an adjustment from the junior college level to this level, no doubt about it. But I think with the maturity of guys like DeJour and Mackay, they've caught on pretty quick. And then our other guys that are new guys, most of those guys are D1 transfers from great programs. And so they know what it is. And I think that's helped us starting off in June, where you're not just starting from scratch. So it's been a really good transition to where we're at now.
Coach, y'all been very physical in practice, but tonight, 14 fouls, but you drew 28.
Yeah.
The one that sticks out to me is DeJour. Not only did he have 7 free throws, 7 rebounds, but he also drew 6 fouls.
Yeah.
How big was he in his debut here at UNC?
Yeah, for a guy like DeJour, one thing going from the different levels, he's a guy that averaged 23 a game. He was one of the leading scorers in the country in junior college. I think he's a phenomenal scorer. But when you get to this level, now you have to adjust as a smaller guard. When you go and when you attack the trees, when you play off 2 feet, when you draw 2 guys, you've done your job, kick it to somebody else. So all those little things, he's done a great job of. Tonight was probably the best that he's done so far, which is really encouraging. But yeah, he drew 6 fouls. And the thing is with him, he doesn't miss free throws. And so we want to get him in there. We want to get him in the trees. But there are times where you get in there, there's 2 7-footers in there. You've done your job. How do we spit it out to create that rotation to get to the next action? But he did a great job tonight. I thought he played really well. I thought he played really under control, had a lot of poise. It was really good.
Thinking about the block he had.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Yeah, like we told our team, we told our team probably 3 months ago, we might be the worst shot blocking team in the country, and that's okay. You know, the biggest thing for us is we want to be great at wall-ups and charges because we don't have core. We don't have guys that they're just Bodie Hugh. We don't have it. That's fine. So it's kind of funny you bring that up, and he's the only guy that had a block tonight. So we had the one block tonight. But we did take a couple charges, a couple really good ones, and just the concept and the technique of walling, the offensive player up is a big thing for us. And so we want to be great at that because we're not going to be a great shot blocking team, but opportunistic. DeJour got one for himself for sure. Good point.
Last one from me, sorry, is you guys have been so reliant on the three ball in the past few
Yeah.
years. Only 23 tonight. Is that a concerted effort to get more into the paint with this unit than what you've had in the past?
Yeah, I think it's going to shift around. I don't think we'll ever have a game where we only take 10 threes, but also we probably won't have a game where we take 50. So I think it's going to float around 15 to 30. We're still going to take a lot of threes. We have a lot of guys that can really shoot. You know, you look at that starting line with Saint, Brock, Riley, DeJour, and Zach. That's 5 guys that can really shoot, and that includes Brock. Brock, people will see he can shoot the three. But at the same point in time, 9 for 23, we're almost 40% for three. That was great. The problem was we couldn't make a layup or a free throw. If we could have made a free throws and layups, we probably would have had 105, 108 points. But I thought we shot it well, and it was good to see that we didn't just live with threes and all of a sudden you're 11 for 43 or something. So felt good about that. Yeah.
Last one for me. You hang your hat on defense. You've had guys in the past that you know you could go out and get 20, 25 a night. How did it feel to have 5 with 10 or more and then have Saint, who kind of had an all night compared to his exhibition?
Yeah.
And he still got 9.
Yeah, no, you look at it, we had, like you said, basically 6 guys in double figures. Saint, for him, those 0 for 3 from 3, he had some great looks. He's going to knock those down. I mean, people saw what he could do against Midland, so he'll knock those down. But, if you put him in there too, 6 guys in double figures, I think that's what our team is. I mean, you look at Marcel only had 6 points. I'm telling you right now, Marcel can score. And he had 26 against CSU last year on the road when he was at Air Force. He can really score that thing. I think we have 7, 8 guys that can really score in different ways. So to have that balance, I feel a lot better than that than just saying, okay, one guy had 38 points and everyone else had 2, because that's a team that's easy to defend down the line. It's not easy to say, well, let's just take this guy away. We got a bunch of guys that can step up, and they can go from 9 to 18 or whatever it is. So that was good for us, for sure.